to make sure you get this right from the start. Okay, this is from our textbook. You don't need to refer to it yet, but it is on page, the next page, 113, yes, correct. So, 15%, we see this symbol. Okay, no talking, no talking, all focus. This symbol over here, this is the percentage symbol. As we have seen on our whiteboard, it is read as 15%. But what does it actually mean? What do all these percentages on the board mean? This sign, percentage. Okay, +1 homework question already. The sign percentage, you see 2 circles and 1 line. 2 circles and 1 line. Kind of reminds you of the number 100. Right? They kind of look the same way lah. And then there is some other explanation. They say that the percentage symbol is actually like a fraction. You got something divided by something. You see the numerator and the denominator. So all these they kind of give us a clue that your percentages have got something to do with the number 100. It's got to do with a division. It's got something to do with a fraction. So in short, when we say 15%, it simply means 15 out of 100. Out of refers to a fraction. 15 out of 100. 15 divided by 100. So every time you see the percent symbol, this percent symbol, it just means divide by 100. Okay? So I want you to write down in a space on your textbook. Write down percent means divide by 100. Divide by 100. So over 100. Everybody write this down now. Extremely important. Percentage means divide by 100. They are literally the same thing. So, as an example, 15% equals to, when I write equal, I really mean they are the same. 15% equals to 15 divided by 100. Okay, copy this example down. Okay, all done? So with the little space at the bottom again, I'm going to try it right now. Instead of 15%, I give you a question. 6%. What is this equal to? 6 over 100. Okay, 6 over 100. Can we simplify this? Yes, we can. How much is that? 3 over 50, right? Can I write it as a decimal also? Can I write it as a decimal? What's 0 disappear? Oh, now it's back. Okay, never mind. So instead of writing as 6 over 100, 3 over 50, can I write it as a decimal? 0. Are you sure 0.6? 0.06. Okay. In the same way, our 15 over 100 we can simplify, right? To become 3 over 20, which is the same as 15%, 0.15. Okay, one final example. Instead of 15 and 6, let's choose another number. Let's say we have 23%. What is 23% equal to? Okay, so we must remember the percent means over 100. That's all that there is. 23 over 100. Can I write it as a decimal? How much is that? 0.23, yes. Okay, so this is 0.23. Okay, make sure you have these examples in your textbook right now. Okay, so we have an example over here. In our textbook, percentages can be written as a fraction. Fractions can be written as a percentage. So we have just gone through a few examples on percentage written as a fraction. So here, this example, we have 100 squares. You can go and count them, but you don't need to. You can trust me that it's 10. Or you can look at the number at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 squares. And 10 squares on the side also. Total, 10 times 10, 100 squares. They shaded 20 squares over here. So what fraction is shaded? Plus another one question for your homework. So plus 2 questions already. So there are 20 small squares that are shaded out of 100. 20 small squares out of 100. That will imply 20 out of 100. So that is 20%. Okay, that is how we convert, how we see in a picture over here. 100 little squares. If I shade 20 of them, that is 20 out of 100. We call it 20%. Because out of is divide. Okay, hang on first. Out of 100 means percentage. So, to address your question, instead of saying 20 out of 100, we have the same thing as 1/5. We divide the 100 squares into 5 parts. And one part will be our 20 squares. So in the same way, 20% is the same as 1/5. But how do we get that without drawing 100 squares? So we've done this earlier on already. 20% is the same as 20 out of 100, which is 1/5. Which is the same as 0.2. These are all the equivalent forms that you need to know. Okay, this is the basics of our percentages. You need to keep reminding yourself, percentage means divide by 100. Because later on during your working, I can foresee sometimes you put percent, sometimes you don't put percent. And then you are going to start losing marks, although you think you know what you're doing. Okay, so let's move on to the next page. Okay, so this was exactly what we did earlier on, so I'm going to skip this part. Now we move on to conversion from a fraction to a percentage. Fraction to a percent. We know how to do percent to fraction already, because it's just divide by 100. Oh, wait, I just thought of something. Hey, if we are doing conversion, percent to fraction. Okay? Percent to fraction, all you need to do is just change color. All we need to do is actually just to divide by 100. Okay, looks like it's dying. But what if I want to convert from fraction What if I want to convert from fraction to percent? Wait. Yeah, fraction to percent. If I want to go the other way, what should I do? Times what? Times 100, but that's not the end of the story. We need to multiply by 100%. Okay, fraction change to percent. You must multiply by 100%. Okay, copy this down. Copy this down. It's not about the pencil now. I think the iPad is lagging. Here, so I want to record it, but I don't know whether that is the issue that causes it to lag and hang. So 25% is the same as 25 over 100. Same thing. This is the same as 0.25 in a decimal. So how do we go about getting these values? You simply put it in your calculator. 25 divided by 100. and your calculator tells you it is 0.25. You don't have to go through the hassle of conversion by yourself manually. No need. Calculator will help you. Okay, now I want you to answer this question. Self-check. Is 50% equal to 50? Who thinks no, they are not the same? Raise your hand. Not the same, raise your hand. Okay, then why not? Why not the same? 50%? What about 50%? You put it, what do you mean by put in a calculator? How do you put 50% in your calculator? 50%? How you type 50% in your calculator? How do you put 50% in your calculator? Shift answer? Oh, you mean this percentage symbol? Okay, let's try. So sounds like, I didn't want to talk about this, but it sounds like some of you already know. So I have to talk about it. 50%, right? You see the 50% in the calculator? Then you press equal. What does it say? Half. Or 0.5. Are they the same thing? Yes, they are. This is equal to half, which is equal to 0.5. Okay, I want you to copy this down first. 50% is equal to half, which is equal to 0.5. How did we get it? So some of you already knew. You can use your calculator to press the percentage symbol. You can. But I don't want you to use it. Okay, I don't want you to use the percentage symbol in your calculator. I want you to always remember, divide by 100. This is one thing that I don't want you to use your calculator for. Okay? For 50%, press 50 divided by 100. This way. And you get the same value, which is half or 0.5. So why am I making you go through this extra step? Because every time you do this, every time you put the division by 100, you are reminding yourself, the percentage means divide by 100. I need you to know that. Instead of thinking that percentage is just something so magical, you press the button on your calculator, it will give you the value. Then you don't have a good understanding of what percentage is. And that is where problems will start to arise in future. Keep on reminding yourself, it is over 100. So, based on this, 50% is equal to 0.5. Do we have a conclusion whether 50% is equal to 50 already? Is there a conclusion? No conclusion. Cannot tell yet. Is 50% equal to 50? Yeah, they are not the same. Why? Because 50% is the same as 0.5, which is not the same as 50. So this symbol that I just wrote, I wrote an equal sign, but I put a slash to mean not equal to. So 0.5 is not equal to 50. And this is another common problem that we will see for students. They will write, the value is 50, then they anyhow put in a 50%. Or 50%, then they take away the percent, become 50. So now we are telling you that they are not the same. Because if they are the same, you are going to give me $50 while I give you $0.5. They're not the same. This is like our 50 cents. 50 cents. This is like our $50. They are not the same. Have I emphasized it many times already? Can I repeat so many times that nagging at you? So don't make the mistake. Okay, we can start on work example number 1 now. Okay, work example number 1. Express each of them as a fraction in a simplest form and as a decimal. So 45%. Put on the equal sign. Put on the equal sign. 45 over 100. Now you can use your calculator. 45 over 100. 9 over 20. and at the same time it is equal to 0.45. So I want you to write this down in this format for this type of question. Whenever we ask you to convert percentage to either a fraction or decimal, write over 100 first, then use your calculator. Okay, so that's for part A. Now, I want to do with you part D. Part D. We are skipping B and C first. Let's try the more difficult one, part D. D says 5.5%. Convert to a fraction. Do you have confidence for this question? Who is confident in solving this question? Who is not confident? Not very confident. Okay, if I change, for those of you who are not confident, if I change the 5.5%, I change it to 5%. Are you confident now? Yes, right? Because it's just 5 over 100, isn't it? Hey, but seriously, if I were to add back the 5.5%, what's the difference? How is the working going to be different? What did I say? Percent symbol means? What does the percent symbol mean? Over 100. We are going to stick with that. It just means over 100. Now, what is the number in front of the percentage symbol? It is 5.5. Instead of 5 that we are comfortable with, instead of 3, 2, 1 that we are comfortable with, it says 5.5. Don't care. Just write 5.5. Over 100. This is what I've been telling you right from the start. Percentage just means over 100. No matter what the number, just put a number in the numerator, put over 100. Now, for those of you who are not confident, are you confident now? Same thing, 5.5 is the same as 5.5. Now, key this into your calculator because percentage just means over 100. Key it into your calculator. So we have a mixed fraction first, 5.5. And all this is divided by 100. Our calculator will tell you it is 11 over 200. Done for the fraction part. But if I want the decimal, what do we have? S to D 0.055. Finished. Now, is this difficult? We did the simplest question, we did the most difficult question already. Your job now is to do part B and part C by yourself. 0.5 is a decimal, so what? Just put it over 100. Okay, then instead of changing it this way, use your calculator to help you. 7.5 over 100, your calculator will tell you it is 3 over 40. In the same way, you key this in your calculator, you donate this, your calculator will tell you 0.075. Likewise, 0.5%, just put a 0.5 over 100. Key it into your calculator, we donate this, you get 1 over 200. Likewise, for the decimal S to D, you get 0.005. Alright, so if you look at part D, wow, it looks quite complicated. So many things to do. But it turns out, we can skip all these intermediate steps using just our calculator. Okay, so now your turn. Try it one. A, B, C, and D. All not difficult. Do it properly. Yes? 0.025. Next, 0.8%. 0.8. So we get 1 over 125 and the value in decimal. Okay, correct. Next, last one. Okay, so when I write the equal sign, it really means that they are the same thing. So when you see 3.5%, it is the same as 7 over 200. It is the same as 0.035. Okay, now work example number 2. We are going to change to a percentage. So what we need to do is to multiply by 100%. Okay, write this down at the top for your work example number 2. Multiply by 100%. Okay, and the working is as such. For the first one, half. Write down, equal to, so half equals to half times 100%. Look at the percent symbol. And this is 50%. There is a percent symbol.